Hello, everybody. I have not got my VTuber model on. Just give me a second, because I need to get it on like Donkey Kong. Where is it? Hurry up. Hurry up. I'm not a... If I don't have the VTuber model, and I'm not a VTuber. I'm just a normal tuber. Alright? I need to put the V in VTuber. Alright, I'm getting the V. There we go. Hey! Hey! Hey, everybody. I exhibitor of A's? Yes. I am the one who exhibits the A's. I look at everyone's A's. I look up your A. And I exhibit it. And that is what I do. That's why they call me Exhibit A. That is why they call me that. That's actually how I got that name. They gave me that nickname back in high school. They liked how I exhibited all the A's. Especially the A's of the teachers. Especially. They would, like, pay me to do that. Then they got in trouble for that. A couple of them got arrested. But, you know, what can I say? It's all about the hustle. That's how it all started. That is the origin story of Exhibit A, right there. That is my VTuber origin story. Fun, true facts. True facts. Alright, alright, alright. Gotta stop that. Yeah, because it can change color a bit. Alright, so, let's say hi to everyone. Hi, Bonnie Bunny. Hi, Bakiaru. Hi, Mr. Princess Venus. Hi, Unknown. Hi, Sakura. Hi, Utopia. Yeah. Ah, you lost your crown. Alright. But yeah, everyone. Nice to see you all here again. On this fine Monday. Yes, cum saucer Todd, that is indeed it. Why did YouTube block that as if it's like you just said like a bad word? Did it see cum? And then think bad? Did it see sus? Doesn't want to show anything sus. But yeah. Yeah, alright, so this week's question was, if you could have a superpower, what it would be? What would it be? What would it be? What superpower would you be? What superpower would you have? What superhero would you have? What superpower would you be? What kind of superpower would you be? What kind of superhero would you have? What kind of, you know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying. Alright. It all returns to nothing. Yeah. Baki, is this your first time being here at the start of a Menhera Monday? Because that is at the start of all of them. I don't remember if you've been there for the start. But yeah, it's my little intro. My little intro. It's a cool intro, but you only see it if you're here at the very start of stream. Yeah, Baki's video was really cool. It's a very cool video. You know you've made it as a content creator when now people are making, like, putting in clip compilations. That's awesome. That's a good milestone to be meeting, on my part. Yeah. Alright, so... I'm gonna put on another music. Another music. What do I do for music? Persona 3. Get rid of this fucking ad. Ads more like AIDS. Okay. Let's turn on. Yeah, let's go. Let's see how loud that is. You have a doctor's appointment? Damn.
Welcome back.
Did you try eating an apple? Because apple a day keeps doctor away. Did you know? I know you probably didn't know that, but that's actually a... I came up with that one. There's a freebie for you. Apple a day keeps the doctor away. Fun fact, the other day, a doctor was coming after me, trying to, like, experiment on me and, like, take my organs. And I just pulled out an apple, and he screamed. He was like, "No! You have an apple! No!" And then he ran away. So, fun facts. Try apples. It is my phrase. Thank you, Unknown. It's a food idea that keeps the doctor away. What? That is, yeah, that's true. That's how the saying goes. I mean, that's how, like, the actual saying goes. Apple a day keeps the doctor away is one that I came up with. That's one I came up with. It's my saying. That was me, Exhibit. I was just trying to say hello, I swear. Damn. Exhibit, can I get your organs? I mean, there's one organ I know you can have, Sakura. There's one organ. Down there. I want Caleb and Zane at the same time. I don't know who those are. Alright. Alright, guys. So I guess I'll start reading out answers, but let's get the answer sheet up. Yeah, here it is. Alright, alright. Okay, I take it. Good girl. It also works with your example because if the doctor runs after you and you pull your Fuda out, they explode from jealousy. Explode from... I thought you were gonna say that they're gonna be afraid and run away, but that also works. Explode from jealousy. They'll be like, I wish I had a Fuda cock that big. No. Or they're gonna wish that they had a Fuda. Like that, yeah, true. Hello, Lone Wolf. Welcome. You made it. Good job, Bubbly Shay. Welcome. Yeah. Hey, Baki, you're a good girl, too. You're a very good girl. Can you post the link to today's question? Sure. Copy the link. I'm putting it in here. In there. It's nice to watch the stream, though. It's 2:30 a.m. here. Oh, frick. That is late. When you getting up? Guess it's fine if you don't have work in the morning or anything. I miss those days. Alright, so, we're reading out superpowers. Hello, Spider Guy! Welcome! Spider! Made the good girl list. Hell yeah, you did, Baki. Okay, okay. So, we read out the first answer. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? Invisibility, so I can scare Exhibit. Devil face, devil face. Written by Shay. Also a corrupted gooner. It's true. It's awesome just how much we've corrupted Shay. It's crazy. We've changed her. She's become... You know, we could just leave it at that. She's become. She's become. And honestly, that's a fitting superpower to want to have if you're a gooner. Because, you know, there's some things you can do with that. There's some things. Some devious things. That is a common superpower wished for by gooners. For certain particular reasons. I'll just leave it at that. I'm a little menace? Yeah, you are. Little menace. I do not trust anyone who says they want invisibility as their power because you do a lot of stuff with that. Yeah, exactly, Spider. Exactly. Sorry, just got out of the shower. Hello, salad. You know, every time, salad. Every time we say got out of the shower, I think to like fucking those like Omegle bots, right? Like if you go on Omegle, and then you just encounter a bot, and it's like, oh, I just got out of the shower. What's your name? What do you like? But then they say the exact same thing every time, no matter what you say, and they're clearly just trying to like scam you, and like make you click a link, because they're like pretending to be a girl who's interested in you. Don't read the invisibility part of my answer. Damn. Damn, Sakura wished for invisibility, huh? What are you doing, Sakura? What are you doing with that? What are you doing with that? Makes you feel better. I got pants and a shirt on. I'm not butt booty naked, guys. I feel like half the chat is now disappointed. They were hoping for more. Say potato. Yeah, yeah. Exactly, Baki. It's those. Yeah. I'm an anime girl and I wear... oh, that fucking clip. I'm an anime girl. I wear bras and have periods and I like cooking. I'm doing a better job at spying you with that. Oh yeah, I have cameras on his house and even his workplace. Damn. That's fine. Alright. But yeah, hello Mox. Sup Mox? Cause I'm a woman. Yeah, that's how I fin- yeah. Yeah, well. What can I say? What can I say? I do a good impression. Do a good impression. Is it fine? I mean, it's illegal, but like, since when should the law stop you from achieving your dreams? Yeah, alright. Yo, welcome Toy. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the scene. Just absolutely dying at your clips. You're even more based without context. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I've said without context, but not all of it's actually been like clipped by people, so it's sort of like disappeared, but like there's some funny things I've said out of context. But no, that one where we were talking about the 15-year-old. That was a funny one to take out of context, because like it just sounds so bad if you take it out of context. Since when should the law stop you from achieving your dreams? Yeah. Well. I feel like that's a fitting statement after what I just talked about. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna... Yeah, using this as sleeping audio. Good luck. Hope you sleep well, Utopia. God Exhibit. Spider and I listened to one of your audios for the first time. Technically my second, but you're a goated voice actor. Really? Hell yeah. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. What video was it? I'm curious. Was it the Yandere Hypnosis one, or is that one you already saw before? Because I might remember you mentioning looking at that. I'm not 100%. It's not the first, not only time you say questionable things like that, by the way. I know. I do it intentionally. I like to do that. It's fun. It's fun to admit to crimes, but then make people think it's a joke. It's very funny to do that. It's funny. Other crimes, not that one. I feel like that's a crime I shouldn't be pretending to commit. Anyways. I heard Utopia sleeps better with piggy noises. You guys listen together? Yeah, a little romantic moment, you know? Between the homies. You know? You and the homies gotta listen to flirty kissy audios together, you know? Boyfriend audios. That's what the homies do. That's what the homies do. Yeah, you guys are at fanfic together as well. Yeah. No distractions while driving. Yeah, don't exhibit and drive, toy. You can exhibit and drive, but don't be typing though during the driving. Someone say piggy noises. Yeah. Peppa Pig. Exhibit kissed us, bro. It went crazy. Yeah, what video was it? Oh, it was the Squid Game one. Oh! We just finished the first season, so we were kind of giggling the whole time. Yeah, my Squid Game audio is... It's good in some ways. It's also a bit cringy, but if you're into audio roleplays, you kind of expect the cringe, so... Not the Peppa Pig. Just listen to Exhibit's hypnotic voice. Yeah. My hypnotic voice. I had to put a disclaimer because that one was something else. Yeah, you had to make sure. Exhibit, you're so hot, you're doing things to me. The fact that you're saying this specifically in response to the fucking pig noises rather than anything else. Bro, how did we get here? How did we get here? It's kind of amazing though, right guys? Like how I consistently, like, there's not a single person, normal person in chat. Like, you're all very autistic. Like, how does this happen? Like, I'm not even insulting you guys. Like, I'm genuinely curious. Actually, Lone Wolf might be normal, but that's only because I have not known them long enough to know if they're weird or not. They probably are weird. We're gonna find out later down the line that they're a very weird person. It's just that right now, we don't know, because you know, they haven't talked in the chat a lot, but it's gonna happen. Everyone here is weird. Everyone here... Lone Wolf, do you have autism? If you don't, then you do. You just haven't been diagnosed yet. It's true. Bro, let me joke in peace. Is it a joke, though? Isn't. Pignosis noises, please. Well, normies ain't gonna stay for abnormalcy without getting corrupted. We, yes, we are all weird degenerates. Lone Wolf, you don't have autism, you just have weird interests? I don't know. You're here in this chat, right? Everyone who watches Exhibit A has autism. That's the rule. That's how it works. You have not been diagnosed? I'm diagnosing you. I'm Dr. Exhibit A. And, yeah. I don't think it's a joke anymore. Exhibit, we are weird because you are weird, Exhibit, because we end up good together like a date between sis and bro. That's actually a very good analogy. That's a very good comparison. Yeah. You know, it's weird, but it's like, you go good together, right? Like dating your sister is, like, really weird, but, like, you go really well together, because, like, you're siblings, and, like, you know, you're made for each other. You were literally two peas from the same pod, you know? Like, it's weird, but, you know, it's good, you know? That's how that works. Oh, she's sweet but a psycho. Everyone who watches you has autism didn't know your audience was all VTubers. It is true that all VTubers have autism. I don't think it's just 0 streams with no incest mentioned. Yeah. Gosh. There we go. Everyone's just waiting for the mention every single stream. Yeah. Obsessed with that song since 2018. It's good in Nightcore, because I was a Nightcore fiend. Incest! Let's go! Says unknown. Ooh. Love you for knowing my song. Thank you. Alright, let's read the next one. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? To become any Pokemon. Written by Pop-Tart Snake. You know what? Fair enough. That's actually very powerful. Because there's so many different Pokemon who can do all sorts of different things, so that would essentially be a shortcut to having like a bunch of different superpowers. So that's kind of awesome. Incest is the free space on the exhibit stream bingo card. Basically. You want to know something? One of my friends actually made... It was a safety, if you guys remember him. Him and his girlfriend literally made a bingo card of like all the things that I say on my streams. And it has things like, oh, he says I'm getting dominated or some shit, you know, it's like there's like and then they play that bingo game where they look at my stream because it's just fucking I say those same things over and over. Insert Vaporeon joke? No, it's the other way around. You insert into Vaporeon. The matcha tea was too strong, you can't sleep. Oh, fuck. Yeah, you shouldn't be taking caffeine so close to when you sleep. That's not a good idea. Maybe get A rank on Garfield carts, you a little autistic. Yeah. Yeah, I totally dominated in freaking Garfield cart with Salad and Peachy. I'm just a Garfield cart pro, guys. What can I say? I'm just good at I'm just a gamer. And it's definitely one of the best games to be good at. Totally. It definitely says good things about me. Okay, next one. Your superpower. Zawarudo! Time stop. Wait, let me say it again. Zawarudo! I can't quite do his voice. I can do like JoJo sounding voices though. And this one is by Bakia. It's for perverted reasons. Right, and so that's all that is written in one word. Bakia, it's for perverted reasons. Well, Baki. Well, Baki. My man. My man. Alright. Alright. What happens if a Pokemon gets pregnant from a human? Why are you asking these hypotheticals, Utopia? Why are you asking... Why asking that? What if a Pokemon gets pregnant from a human? Who is that? I don't know, his name's a bit similar to yours, except it's, like, spelled a bit differently. What the heck? Bach, yes, for perverted reasons. It's like the first part's the same, but the rest of it is, like, different. What the heck? You only get, like, 3 seconds, what are you gonna do? Oh yeah, I guess if it's like the one in JoJo, which is... Yeah, you wouldn't want that one. You'd want one that gives you, like, plenty of time. Because there's... you probably... Like, you're gonna want to use that, right? You're gonna want to, like, spend time on that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, anyway. So... Yeah. Weird coincidence. Alright, man. Salad, don't be judging me, okay? I'm not the one who said that I want this power. I'm not saying I want the power. I'm just giving the good advice to those who do want the power. Alright? I'm not the weirdo. I'm just giving advice to the weirdos. I'm saying if you want... I'm not condoning the use of time stop, right? I'm not condoning that. Alright? I'm not condoning the use of that for nefarious purposes. But, if you're gonna use it, you might as well do it right. Okay? And I can tell you how to do it right. So, don't get that mixed up. I'm not the weirdo here. Not you, I'm judging Moxie. Okay, fair enough. Right, okay. Makes sense. There's a lot of situations where it makes sense to judge Moxie, but you know, he's a dude. He's a cool dude. You know? You know what Moxie's like? He's like that, you know, it's like when you shit, it's so mean. You know what Moxie's like? It's like that one guy where like he's like a really cool dude, but then he does that like really he's like, I don't know. Actually, no, I can't make that joke. That's too weird. Anyways, bought a JoJo stand. I'm getting Pearl Jam. Hello, healing food. I've not watched all of JoJo, so I don't know what healing jam is. Yo, welcome, Ira. Hello. Guess you've been trying to get into the stream for a while. I hope you're not mega disappointed. Yeah, I hope you're not mega disappointed by how much of a weirdo I am, because if you've only seen me from like the old days, or you like know me from my ASMR, but you've never seen me on stream, you might be in for a surprise. Guys, be normal, be normal. Let's see how long we can keep Ira here without scaring them off. Let's see how, let's start the timer. How long will it take for us to scare them off? Pretend to be normal. I want this to last. Speeth thy joketh exhibit A. I'm going to what I did to Moxie that hurted him much. Exhibit insult me. What? What? Why you? You didn't do nothing, Utopia. Already knew who you are, bruh. All right, yeah, yeah. I mean, actually, your name is your name's familiar, so actually it makes sense. You've probably seen what I'm like. All right. She left when you mentioned incest. Nah, she's still here. I hadn't mentioned it yet, though, but you made me mention it. Sakura, no! Plap, 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 impress Ira. Impress Ira. Bro, Moxie, no. That's not how you do it. Don't be scared when he goons over his imaginary sister. Well, that's what I want you to think. Imaginary. Okay. Well. Unknown who would die for my dog. I actually remember that. Nice. Okay. You're welcome, I tricked you. No. Alright, well. Right. Right. Yeah. Alright, but I'm an unusual one. Okay, wait. I figured out how to say that insult to Moxie in a way that's, like, socially acceptable. Okay, so basically Moxie is like... He's kind of like that one guy, that like one friend or family member or whatever, where like when you introduce him, you're like, oh yeah, this guy, he's a really cool guy, but just don't. He's a bit of like a misogynist. He's a bit of like a racist or something, like some weird fucked up thing, right? You're like, oh, he does this thing. But he's a cool guy, right? You just gotta look around. So, you know, Moxie's kind of like that. Except in Moxie's case, it's the fact that he's horny all the time. Alright, he's not racist, and he's not, well, maybe he's a bit misogynistic, but, like, he's, like, basically, his thing is that he's just mega horny all the time, and he humps everything that moves. And then tries to, yeah, and it's like, you gotta be like, okay, Moxie's a cool guy, so we're gonna accept him. And we like him. He's chill. But he's gonna maybe hump your leg. But he's a cool guy, so like, you know, we gotta roll with it. You know, he's a chill dude. We're not gonna get rid of him. He's horny all the time. We can agree on this? Yeah. Yeah, see, there it is. Make him sound like a dog. I mean... Moxie, we accept and tolerate him. Tolerate him is crazy. Well, I'm glad, Ira, I'm glad that you liked how we responded to your answer. Yeah, well, welcome to another Menhera Monday. Glad that you could attend. I'm only misogynistic when I'm horny. I'm always horny. Damn, Moxie. Real, though. I mean, misogyny kink is a thing. That is a thing. It's a big thing. Especially on Reddit. It's a big thing on Reddit. And like on, I mean that on like both sides. I mean like men who are into it and like women who are into it. There's a lot of, there's a lot of women in those communities who are into it. It's one of those things where like you'd think it wouldn't be that way, but then it's like, holy crap. You look into some of these online spaces and you're like, what the heck? And then it's like, you know, it's kind of like people kind of enjoy certain things in fantasy that they hate in real life, right? Because, like, most of the people on those fucking subreddits, they don't actually want to be treated that way in real life. Probably, I hope. But they're doing that. Misogyny kink. Everyone's so confused. Have I... Alright. It's like degradation kink, basically. Yeah, so it's like... See, you guys are all... you guys are all weirded out by that. It gets so much weirder. It gets so much weirder than that. It gets so much weirder than that. Should I talk about it? Should I? I don't know if I should. There's so much weird stuff. New kink unlocked? Huh? Unknown? What do you mean? Damn. Okay, look out. Look out, everyone. I'm not weirded out. Hashtag low-key into it. The question no one asks is, why do you know what they talk about in those Reddit groups, Exhibit? Because I look at a lot of fucking hentai on Reddit, okay? I get a lot of my hentai from there. And sometimes I check the people's profiles. And sometimes, on those people's profile, like I check their profiles because I want to see more of the kind of stuff they've posted. Then I also see where they've posted. And then I get a little curious. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'll see the name of a subreddit and I'll be like, what is this? Why is this is a real thing? And sometimes I'm amazed at what I find. But yeah, that's not even the weirdest thing, though. That is not the weirdest thing. There's so much weirder I can get into. That's... Reddit low-key a good source for goon material sometimes? Yeah. Pixiv for the win. Yeah, Pixiv's good. As well as a Gel Boru. But yeah. So it's a cover-up, and in reality, you, Exhibit A, the leader of one of those groups. Shh. 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 No, I'm not. I am not the leader of that. That'd be weird. exclusively use Reddit to goon. I mean, unironically, most of my gooning is from Reddit, just because there's just so much good stuff there. Like, people just post the best stuff and it rises to the top. You know? Like, there's a hentai Reddit, where it's just, like, images, but then there's also, like, there's, like, one dedicated to, like, GIFs, right? So it's, like, if you want actual, like, animation, you got that right there, and it's, like... And it's a little more brain-rotty, because otherwise you'd be looking at, like, videos and, like, consuming them one by one, and, like, spending time. With the GIFs, you just fucking scroll, right? You look at a GIF for a bit and you're like, ooh, that's nice. Then you move on to the next one. It's like constant new animations, constant new anime girls. Which, maybe that's not good? I don't know. It's whatever you're in the mood for, right? Because sometimes you do want a more immersive experience. And you want to, you know, you want to experience a single story from beginning to end. With the same characters, instead of just looking at different animations of different scenes constantly. What do y'all know about N-hentai? Yeah, N-hentai. Good. N-hentai is goated. They tried to shut it down at one point, but then they failed, I think. I don't know what happened, because it's still around now. Even though there was big news before about, oh, they're shutting it down, no! Not N-hentai! But then it's still here. 30% of my jerking is to GIFs, especially perfect loops? Yeah. I can't say what subreddits I use. I feel like I'm gonna get judged hardcore. Honestly, I don't know if I would judge you after some of the shit I've seen. Guys, I don't know how much you guys believe me when I say it gets weirder, right? Because you guys are weirded out enough by, like, misogyny kink. There's other stuff I've seen on there, right? And it's not like... It's not weird in the sense of, like, oh, it's disgusting, this is, like, putrid, this is, like, it's not, like, bodily fluids or something like that, you know? It's, like, weird in the sense of, like, you're like, what the fuck is this? How does this... People are into this? Really? It's, like... It's not even, like, a disgust response, it's, like, a... Huh? Also, that's totally fair salad. GWA, you mean Gone Wild Audio? Cool place, cool place. Misogyny meaning men treating women badly because they're women. So it's being like, you woman, you belong in the kitchen, you're a woman, therefore you deserve to be mistreated. It's that kind of thing. But obviously they're a little less nice with the words than that, let's say. Don't say it so loud. Yeah, here's Salad is trying to be discreet about it, and I'm just coming out like, you mean this place? Oh yeah. I'm not kink shaming, I'm just kink trying to understand. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna give you an example, alright? Okay? So you guys think misogyny kink is weird? Bro. There are subreddits on Reddit that fetishize politics. Okay? We're gonna... Alright, this is politics time on the Exhibit A channel. Okay? There is a subreddit. I don't fucking kid you not. You guys are gonna fucking go wild over this, okay? Ugh. There is a subreddit called... I don't even know if I should... I don't know if I should mention this. There's a subreddit called... Feminists Need MAGA Cock. That's the name of it. And it's all about people basically you can imagine, right? You know? It's like yeah. I know, right? Yeah. And it's like, the confusing part... Take your phone. The confusing part is that it's both genders. How do you know? I explained that. I use Reddit for porn. Yeah. Well. Yeah. That's, I don't know why I searched that up. Why did you search it up, Sal? Well, it makes sense to be curious, but... Goodness me. But yeah. That's some of the weirdest stuff I've seen on the internet. It's not the weirdest thing I've seen on the internet, but it's the weirdest thing I've seen on Reddit. Because Reddit does disallow certain things. But they don't disallow that, for some reason. Apparently that's perfectly acceptable, according to Reddit's terms of service. I've seen worse. Yeah, there's all sorts of weird stuff going on. But yeah, guys, I hope you've learned a lot. Isn't this so enlightening? Aren't you all so glad that you came here today? The internet, a deep drac place full of trauma. Yeah, true. See, if you were gonna talk about Biden, ex-Trump, old man Yowie, I would have understood, but good lord, yeah. See, the weird thing about those subreddits is that it's both men and women on those subreddits, from the looks of it. Unless they're just pretending. I guess that's always possible. But yeah. I've also heard a lot, and those tags, some things I wish I could unhear. Yeah, me too. There's some things I wish I could unsee and unhear. It's 12 a.m. These are the perfect conversations for 12 a.m. Sleep is calling me, but we're getting wild in here in terms of our conversation. Yeah. This is the good stuff. This is the good stuff. I'm only a prawn star, ironically. Why ironically? I go on hentai and learn up a new kink in those tags every damn time. It's crazy. Some of the fucking tags on there, like fucking eye fucking, or like some shit like that. Like, what the fuck you mean you're into nipple birth? Exactly! If you go looking through the tags one by one, there's some weird stuff you find. It's crazy. Like, how does this happen? Average 12 a.m. convo. True. I fucking... yeah. That is a thing. That is a thing. Well. I want to follow your steps, sister. Alright. Well, that was a cool conversation. I'm sure you guys are all glad to have learned today. I'm moving to the next question. Or next answer. Love my peepees. You have two? I'm gonna lose my faith in humanity again. Yeah. Actually, late at night is when things get wilder, so this is a soft 12 a.m. convo. Yeah. I have a kink for a specific yellow VTuber. Yellow? Oh yeah, Midas. I was like, wait, is he referring to like one of us? Like Ein, Peachy, or me? None of us are yellow. Forgot a sec that you were obsessed with Midas. Touch me, Midas. Da, 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 da. That's what Moxie says every time he goes into Midas's stream. I thought he meant Asian. That's crazy, Sakura. Thought he meant Asian. Yeah. You thought bro was just out here being like, yo. He's calling fucking Asians yellow. Yo, my favorite yellow VTuber. She's Asian. My usual 12 a.m. convo is philosophical and identity crisis shit. But damn, this is a wild turn for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if this is the kind of thing you should be filling your brain with, but who knows. Sorry, I'm Asian, that's offensive. I'm Asian too, and I think it's totally cool. I give you guys the Ching Chong pass. So you guys can say Asian jokes all you want. Xiao Zheng Hao Zheng Hua, 现在我有冰淇淋。小声好生活，现在有冰淇淋。No worries, Sakura. What? What's wrong, random? So insult me in Chinese. 上说嘛那么糖果啊。I'm the only Asian that live in Asia. See, it's not racist if you insult every race, right? Because then you're just being equal. It's true. Reading the next one. Let's get through these. Your superpower. I think it's pretty obvious for me. The power to control, manipulate, consume, and use shadow magic like my character does. Oh, and use light magic to heal, written by Tess Tsukuyomi. Huh. You want to control, manipulate, and consume people? What the heck? I didn't think you would be wanting to do that. I thought you were gonna be nice and like... Damn. Who are you manipulating? Who are you controlling? What the frick? What are you doing that to? That's crazy. Alrighty. Alright, next answer. Exhibit, you know what? Don't read my question, please. You sure? Are you saying that are you saying that like seriously, or are you jonking? Because I can't. If people actually don't want me to read their answers, I'll like avoid reading them, but like Ooh, another Asian. Yo, Ira, you're an Asian? Heck yeah. Asians unite. You joking? Alright. I've had people tell me before that they don't want their answer read, but then I accidentally read it. Because I don't see the name in time. Your superpower, healing or shapeshifting? Healing because I could save people, and shapeshifting because of the fact that I can do things I couldn't before, like sneaking out. Written by Riku. From the Philippines, yo! Philippines. Guys, did you know that Latinas love Asians? Really? Your superpower. I've always liked the idea of having the power of manipulating blood. Hemokinesis seems like a good power to have, plus it could be used to help people, like helping people who have trouble clotting blood, or being able to determine what a person's blood type is in the case of an emergency, written by Bell. Manipulating blood. Right, yeah, I guess it could be helpful for, yeah, saving people's lives if you're more oriented towards, like, a superpower that would just be good at, like, saving people, so maybe that'd be good. Yeah, you could heal people up and stuff. But then... Like, do you also mean, like, you can freaking make people's blood come out of their body and, like, use it as a weapon and shit? Like, there should be... I feel like the applications of this might be, like, quite specific to, like, certain, like, medical fields rather than being, like, super broad. But, you know. Remember in middle school people thought I was Asian because I didn't bring my glasses to school once? That was an experience. Like that one time Exhibit doxed that guy's home address because he didn't read the name in time. Did that actually happen? Because I don't remember. I genuinely can't. That seems like something plausible, but you're probably joking. Alright. Yeah, alright, we're gonna look at the next one. Your superpower, morphing into anything, like a cock. Bro, Zana! She didn't write her name here. It's blank, but like... Who else could it be? Remember that time we would sell feet pics? What? I did that? What the hell? What? Your superpower. I would choose 100%. I would 100% choose earthbending like an Avatar: The Last Airbender and Legend of Korra. Watching Toph using the ground like roller skates as a kid was so cool. I wouldn't have to pay for gas to get anywhere or take pubic transportation. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take pubic transportation either. Why not choose flying? Because I'm scared of heights. And if someone's car gets a dent in it, I just metal bend the bump out. I'm gonna throw pebbles and shit at people if they piss me off, and I wouldn't be obvious. Written by Salad. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, the powers in Avatar: The Last Bender are really cool. They're really good, well made, and sort of, like, interesting. But yeah, those are cool powers to have. For sure. For sure. Public. I don't know, Salad. It said pubic. I was just reading what was on the page. She lied to me. I thought only men lied. Nah. Everybody lies. I love rainforest pussy, but shut up, spider. What is this? What is rain? Oh, right, rainforest. Okay, I get it. Yeah. For a sec, that took a while to click. I was like, I didn't realize you were referring to, like, the... Because I didn't read the previous message. I was like, what the fuck is rainforest pussy? What? Like women who grew up in rainforests? Like, that's what I was thinking. I love rainforest pussy, stop deforestation. Cousin calling me. Alright, see you random. Not your cousin. We don't know it's that cousin, Sakura. Pubic transportation's the worst. True. It is the worst. Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Your superpower, shapeshifting. Most of the time, I'd probably just be a slightly more good-looking version of me. But sometimes I'd transform into someone completely different just to fuck with people, written by unknown. Shapeshifting would be really useful. Like, you could just pretend to be anybody. You could go into any place. You could go into any location. Like, nowhere would be locked off to you. You could just shapeshift into, like, a famous person. And then get a bunch of money. And, like, it'd be kind of incredible. That would be very versatile. You could also become a woman. Anytime you want. And that'd be fun. The ceiling just dribbled on me. What? You mean like there's water dripping from it, or it like is it's actually falling? The ceiling's falling. Would you shapeshift into Satoru Gojo? Yeah, you could be any character as well. Wait, give me that. Yeah, you changing your answer, Spider? You wanting that? It would be a really ideal power. Yeah, I'd want to be a woman sometimes. Yeah! Like, I don't want to be a girl all the time. You know? But being a girl some of the time? That sounds fun. That sounds cool. Yeah. Bro, I can be a true boy girl. I need it. Yeah! You could truly be gender at that point. I would love that, but I would get freaky. Yeah, fair enough. I love being shapeshifting. I'd get really small and hide in pockets. Yours is so much less weird than what everyone else wants from it. You're actually like going for like a cute, innocent thing. We don't forget who we actually are, though. You still have your memories, but I guess you do that long enough, you'd like lose all sense of who you are, maybe. I don't know. I gotta tap into the brand new TikTok challenge where you take estrogen for 12 months. Yeah. Fun TikTok challenge. If I could be a boy, I'm stacking donuts on it. Fair. Why is that something so many people are fascinated by? Is that something like people are actually interested in seeing? Like the people who are attracted to men like actually want to see men stack donuts on their dick? Because I recently learned... I didn't know this. You know that meme of like, oh, can I hold it while you pee? Like that kind of thing? That whole meme? I just discovered that that's not a meme. That's actually just something people want to do. Like and it's actually like a common thing that people want to do. I thought it was just a joke. I thought it was just people coming up with something intentionally absurd and weird sounding. But like apparently a lot of girls are fascinated by the idea of doing that. So like it's actually it's like, you know? God, I want to do that. Aha. I feel like it's good to put food on that. Yeah. So it tastes better. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. Gonna get really big and make people worship me like a goddess. You could make people think that you're like a goddess, couldn't you? Bro, I'm letting my partner do that if they ask. It sounds like a fun bonding activity. I mean, why not, you know? I found out, like, when I laugh and I'm like, stop, I'm gonna pee, guys don't relate because of their wee-wees. Uh-huh. Like that one 50 Shades of Grey scene with ice cream? I've not seen that. Alright, next one. Your power. Necromancy. I want to punch Sam. And there's no name written on it. Fair enough. Did I miss one? I'm looking back a bit. Okay. Your superpower, clairvoyance and teleportation. I know they're two things, but hear me out. The superpower that I imagined is a combination of Jodie's power from Beyond Two Souls and yours radiant power from Valorant. To better describe it, I imagine that the power can see beyond your point of view. Your mind sees through rooms and areas, and it would feel like you are in that place, but your body is just in one place. And your mind travels through areas freely, but of course there's a limit to how far the mind can go. Then if you decide to teleport to where your mind is, your body pushes through, and then poof, you're in that area. I feel like that kind of power would be helpful in combat, both stealth and face-to-face fight. Chasing down enemies, confusing enemies, and recon. I dream too much. Daydream too much, lol. Written by Ira. Yes, that girl who would die for dogs. Huh. Yeah, yours is very combat-oriented. You're talking about it in, like, the scope of, like, combat and stuff. I guess you're planning to, like, use it to fight bad guys or something. Which, so far, everyone's just using the power for, like, selfish reasons, or that one that Belle wrote where she wants to manipulate blood to, like, maybe help people. But yeah, yours is entirely combat-oriented. Not entirely, but that seems to be the main thing you're sort of highlighting. But yeah, being able to, like, go out of your body and then see things beyond where you actually are, like, basically like a real-life equivalent of, like, free cam mode, that would be cool. You could see if stuff's going on, see around corners, you know, basically just know, yeah, you'd always know what's happening around you. No one could take you by surprise. That'd be neat, I suppose. Yeah. Was gone for the last 15 to 20 minutes, lost signal? No, Baki! No! Baki, were you there, Baki, whenever I talked about the Reddit stuff? That weird shit I found on Reddit? Because I'm not repeating that. I'm not repeating that. I can't. I simply can't. If someone else clipped it, then you'll see it, but if not, I can't repeat that. I think you were there, though, Baki, for that, weren't you? I'm not sure. You might have been there for some of it. Yeah, you were there, weren't you? I think so. You were there. Yeah, yeah, why fight people with powers when I can goon more effectively with powers? Yeah, true. Last thing I heard was fucking eyeballs. Oh yeah, okay, you were there. You definitely were there. That's just one of the more normal ones. We will see. I guess it might be. Your superpower, time travel, I do stupid shit run by Weenus. Yeah, you just want to be able to undo your mistakes. I would also like the ability to time travel. I would love to just visit different periods and see... Just see the world. Just see it all. See the beauty of the world. Throughout history. Witness historical events with my own eyes and shit, you know? Live like Doctor Who, like the Doctor from Doctor Who, you know? I think that'd be cool. Time period to time period. Going on adventures endlessly. Time travel would be cool. Heck yeah, it would be. But I think the way Mr. Weenus has wrote it is that they want to just change their own past, so more like rewinding time. Which I also think would be super useful. I just think it would make my life too easy. And it would make everything kind of meaningless. You know? So I'd be kind of afraid of having a power like that. In a way. Like, getting to rewind time, like you make a mistake, then you just undo that mistake and you're in the past again. I don't know. I think that'd be too overpowered. Because everything would be easy. And you could so easily, like, just make people do whatever you want by, like, rewinding and telling them something different until it works, until you say the thing that makes them like you. But then you would just be a little too powerful at that point. If I could time travel, I would mess up the world. More than butterfly would be a whole damn hurricane. Are you referencing Life is Strange? Did we go through the whole playlist? We did, holy crap. Persona 4 time. It's gonna start. Next one. Superpower, the ability to heal people. I enjoy feeling useful. Written by Riley.
Welcome back.
Alright, here's the music. Is that loud enough? I don't know if it is. There we go. Foster the Time Traveler. Yeah, have any of you guys seen the time travel series or the time travel video? Because there's a video of all the parts together. Have you seen the time travel stuff on my YouTube channel? Because that is another one of my, like, pretty good ones. It's got some of the issues that, like, my older videos have, where the dialogue is a bit cringy in a lot of places, but the story overall is quite good. Background music's good? Hell yeah. Expected something with fire from an arsonist. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Well, healing is a good power to have, because that's very good overall. You could, depending on how strong the healing is, you could freaking fix people with terminal illnesses. You could be like a savior to some people who are, like, dying, right? You could heal people with cancer. That would be kind of amazing. Your superpower. Let's see. Okay, so as a person who struggles with stuff like gender identity, non-self-trust, much hate, self-hate for my body, I would choose shapeshifting. Not only in humans. Because first, I could be what I want to be everything I want. What would help me with drama. I could also be a Fuda, but that's just a small bonus written by Utopia. Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? I can imagine that shapeshifting is like an amazing power for like people who want to change their, you know, people who want to be a different gender, right? I think that'd be kind of like it'd be a dream come true. You know, because then your physical form is matching what you want to be perfectly. And at that point, dude, it's basically going to solve any issues you have with dysphoria at that point, you know? Like, there's just no issue, you know, because it's a shame that it's not, like, a thing people can do, because that would be really helpful. But then that would be, yeah, it would be cool in general having that, because then you could just be anything you want. You could be a creature. You don't have to be a human, you can be a creature. Become the creature. And, be scary. Or be a Fuda. That's also an idea. Hello, Riley. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Why healing them when you can make them worse? Depends on who it is. If it was Gojo there, wouldn't you want to heal him? I'm sure you'd want to heal him if it was Gojo. Yeah, welcome to the stream, Riley. We read yours not too long ago. Hey, what are you talking about? What do you mean? Oh, storm's getting worse here. Might lose electricity soon. Oh, man. Alright. Best of luck out there, Ira. Frick, your storm's messing with you. Yes, I want to heal that, man. Yeah. We're going to work now. Glad I got to catch some of the stream. It's been fun. Have a good rest of the stream. Have fun for me, everyone. Alright, see you around, Baki. Thanks for stopping by. It's been awesome. I would donate my blood to that man. Fair enough. Hello, Belle. Welcome to the stream. We did read yours already. The blood manipulation. Okay, let's see. Your superpower. Invisibility. I really want to go places. Good places. Okay. And there's no name written. Invisibility, because they want to go places. Good places, they say. I think there is a pervert among us. Why does invisibility come up 3 times? It has come up 3... Wait, has it come up 3 times? Or it was one of them times... One of them might have been time stop, rather than... I don't know if invisibility came up 3 times and then time stop was separate. Or if I'm getting one of them confused. Bro, what's with all the pervy ones? What is wrong with you guys? What are you doing? Invisibility. Where are the good places? Where are you going? Going to McDonald's? Going to Denny's? Are you going to Burger King? That would be pretty dope. Because you're not allowed to go in the kitchen if you don't work there. But if you got invisibility, you can go in there. That is a good place. And guess what? You could steal a burger! You could steal a burger! Oh, it is a good place. They wouldn't know you're stealing a burger. They would just see a floating burger. They'd be like, oh. They won't stop you because they don't know what's going on. They'd be scared. Or you could hide it. Just steal a burger, eat the burger. That is a good place. Burger King, McDonald's, that was a good place. Goodness me. You're right. Visibility would be useful for getting into the good places. So true. Oh man. Good choice. You thought we'd all be wholesome, but it was I, the Gooner. Mwahaha. Exhibit, I have all the bad ones mixed there. Wait, you wrote all those like bad ones that have like no name on them? Exhibit, I haven't eaten all day, don't talk about food. Oh man, no. I know what that's like. I know what it's like to really want to eat a burger, but then you can't have one. I know what that's like. All too well. Because I'm very restrictive with how I eat. Sneak to libraries and read all of the books past hours. Ooh, Belle, you're scandalous. Belle, you're scandalous. Scandalous, Belle. Well, I'd go to a library past hours with you. I made cookies, therefore I'll eat the cookies. Yeah, eat them. Eat them, yum yum. But I want a burger now. I want one too! Bro, peak superpower, like when you die, you have to go to hell, and you have to do an 18+ gameplay with a hottie. And if you satisfy her, you can come back to life. That's so oddly specific. But yeah. Hello, Cypher. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Yeah, so like if you... So like you're not just... Cypher, you're not just choosing like, oh, if you die, you come back to life. You're saying specifically, when you die, you have to come back to life by having sex. So it's like... That's... You're not just taking it as an opportunity to be like stronger, you're taking it as a like an opportunity to like enjoy yourself. So that's quite... That's funny. Yeah, you put it so well, Spider. Gooner Gulag. That's literally what he's describing. You went to the fucking Gooner Gulag. You gotta fuck the hottie before you can respawn. That's funny. Oh yeah, you must... I guess you did base it, because yeah, you based it off of, like, COD. Warzone. You've got quite the imagination, Cypher. We should all eat a burger next week. That would be kind of cool. We all just joined the Gooner gang. I think the more we interact with each other, the more we infected everyone with the goons. True. Alright. Yeah, like Warzone. Yeah. Heaven, thumbs down. Gooner Gulag, thumbs up. Hero. Alright. When you die, you go to the Gooner Gulag. Okay, next one. Your superpower. Okay, wanted to do a second one that is more useful for combat. And for that, I'd always choose gravity manipulation. It's very underrated because it's easy when escaped if your enemy can fly. Then it's a bit hard, but for anyone who doesn't what they're going to do to if I make the gravity to the side, written by Utopia 1.2. I'm not sure if I fully understand, but like, yeah, gravity manipulation. So like you can make yourself attached to the wall, and then the wall becomes the floor for you, and you're walking on the wall. So I guess that'd be cool. It would be. I think there's definitely more useful powers you could have, but like it's cool in concept. It's cool. There's more powerful things you could have, but it is a cool idea. Yeah. Cypher needs hugs. Yeah. You're gonna be alright, Cypher. I like Warzone and I have depression. Coincidence? Nah, not a coincidence. Shut down Warzone and I'll be okay? Alright, so Warzone made you depressed. You were fine before. Or you're depressed anyway. Ochako? Cypher, it's okay, I'll send you thigh pics. What the heck? Goodness me. That's crazy. Dun 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 dun. He loves them, Exhibit. Have you sent them before? What the heck? You guys doing freaky things in the DMs? What the heck? You guys going wild. Yeah. They get freaky. See, they're denying. They're denying it. Just once. Damn, okay. Okay. But it's for good, innocent reasons? Right, okay. Sure. We're not here for our freaky sides, we get bored and we freak each other, but at least we keep it in your servers. Yeah. I was talking about my thighs being thicker than I wanted them to. Oh, right, so it's just like, you just sent them for like normal reasons. But then I guess he liked it. Alright. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? I want to have the ability to communicate with animals. Mainly, I really wish I could tell my dogs that it's going to be okay whenever they're freaking out about something, or if I'm doing something that distresses them, like clipping their nails. But beyond that, being able to talk to animals would be cool as hell, because now there's like billions of new friends I can make. Also, I could kindly ask the bugs to leave my house instead of having to kill them, or go through the effort of taking them out of the house with my spider. That's a good point. That's actually a good power. Yeah, because like if you have pets in your life that you really love and care for, the ability to like actually talk to them and bond with them by talking, that would be like that would be something that you'd absolutely love, you know, that'd be really sweet, you know, being able to bond with them that way. You know, if it's a creature you care about, sometimes you just really wish you could talk to them, but you know, you can't, because you know that they don't understand you and you don't understand them. But if you would talk, you would solve a lot of that. But here's the thing, right? Imagine if animals could talk, right? Wouldn't it feel kind of weird? Because then think about it, wouldn't you just treat animals like humans at that point? Because then it's like, you know, they can talk. I guess they'd still behave differently, right? So they wouldn't be exactly like humans. You know, they'd behave differently, they'd want different things. So I don't know. But I feel like, to some people, the fact that animals don't talk is the appeal. I don't know if people would like animals as much if they did talk. Right? Because think about it. You know, why do we think of why do people like animals more than humans a lot of the time? Aside from just the fact that they're cute. A lot of it is that we think of humans as like being corrupt. We're like, humans have opinions. Humans have thoughts and feelings and judgments that we don't like. And so a lot of the time we look at an animal and we're like, oh, this sweet little animal. At least you're pure. But if animals could talk, right? You would lose some of that, alright? Imagine your fucking dog comes up and it has a fucking different political opinion than you. Well, shit, you're disowning that dog, right? So, like, I think that'd kind of be a bother in some ways, you know? But I guess that depends, right? Because, like, are we saying that animals can talk but they have less intelligence? But then you need a certain level of intelligence to talk. So, if an animal can talk, then it can probably have political opinions, and then you might not like those opinions. So then you might, you know, So yeah, I'm looking into this a bit too much, I know, but like this is the logic that comes with it, right? Like, would you still like animals more than humans, or like animals as much as you do, if animals could talk and you could actually hear their rationale for things and their logic and what they, you know, would you still like them? Because then, you know, you might have the same feelings towards them as you have towards a human at that point. I think a lot of the time we actually like animals because they shut the hell up, because they don't speak. You know? Do you really want to, like, hear your animal's thoughts on, like, things? But then again, I don't know, they're animals, so I guess they wouldn't think about that stuff. But then it's like, if they were the same intelligence but they could talk, what would they say? Would they just be like, oh, food, food, need food, ruff, ruff. You know, like, because then at that point, how much are you really communicating? Anyway, I'm looking into it too much. Imagine finding out your cats actually think you're useless outside of food and grooming. Imagine you find out your parakeet fucking hates you. Yeah, fair enough, right? Like that's kind of that's a more realistic, not really more realistic, but like that's another example of like what they might be thinking. You know, like, do you want to know that? Really? Like, do you? And you know, there's some things that we find like endearing about animals, right? Like sometimes when an animal is like mad or angry or being unreasonable or being annoying, we find it kind of endearing. Right? You know, like a dog kind of like getting like, or like you know, like cats, right? Like your cat maybe hates to be pet, or like fucking gets annoyed every time you try to like be nice to it, or like seems totally ungrateful for everything, right? Like you feed it and it's like, ugh, like sticks its nose up. You have like a totally ungrateful cat. A lot of people find that endearing. Because it's a cat. You're like, oh, cats are supposed to be that way, blah blah blah. But now imagine the cat is talking. Imagine it's talking. Imagine you actually hear the cat saying, ugh, you stupid human. I don't need this. Ugh. You are nothing. You are beneath me. I simply want to eat my food. You should simply serve me and do what I say. You should say, you know, if your cat was actually saying those things out loud and actually being an asshole, but they're speaking it, would that be endearing anymore? Like that would lose some of the appeal. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe it wouldn't be a good thing for animals to talk or to understand them, because then like maybe the reason we like animals is because they're depersonified. That's why we sometimes prefer them over humans. Exhibit, please make more animal noises for me. Ruff, ruff. Alright, so basically, yeah, this is how I go to the mental asylum. Imagine going to the aquarium and seeing a depressed dolphin beg for freedom. I think that if animals could talk, a lot of people would suddenly stop eating meat. Because, like, are you going to eat something that talks? Are you going to eat something after it, like, begs for its life? I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I think most people would feel really weird about it at that point. That's just it. The way that we view animals would change so much if they could speak. Like, we would like them less in some places. In a lot of places. Imagine you go to bite your steak and it talks to you. I don't think they'll talk after they're dead, but that'd be funny. I don't think you would stop even then. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't stop me when it comes... I mean, humans talk, and it doesn't stop me with them, so, you know. I'd eat George the talking giraffe. Bark, bark, bark. Ruff, ruff, ruff. Ruh-roh. Raggy. Row. Okay, next one. Your superpower. Come on command. Great. Wow, excellent. Excellent. Simply wonderful. Simply amazing. Simply wonderful. Simply perfect. Simply amazing. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Such wow. Many wow. Many, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely superb. Amazing. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Yeah. Oh, corpses can't talk. Why are we... Let's please not get into the necro. Why? What do you mean? How do we get here? Alright. Next one. This is the final one. Your superpower. I want to talk to the mosquitoes. Badly. No name. This is ominous. Why do you want to talk to the mosquitoes? Bro, there's literally so many other creatures you could talk to. Why the mosquitoes? Of all the creatures, why are you picking the fucking creatures that suck our blood and spread diseases? There's so many better creatures. You talk to a bee. You talk to a bee, it'd be like, buzz buzz, hello, I'm a bee, I make honey, yay. Right? You could talk to a, you know, like a, you know, you could talk to a dog. The dog would be like, "Row, hello, hello, hi. You wanna brave French?" You know, that'd be cool. Or you could talk to a cow, and the cow would be like, "Please don't kill me, please don't eat me." You know, like, there's so many better animals you could talk to. You wanna talk to a fucking mosquito? You wanna talk to like, freaking, like, why? What's interesting about the mosquitoes? What? You want to ask them why they suck blood? You want to ask them why they hate humans? I guess that could be a little interesting. But, like... What? What do you mean the last one? Did I miss one? I'll check through them again. We probably have crazy gossip though, because they'd be everywhere. Yeah. Mosquitoes just want to be little vampires, but repopulate more than rats and bunnies combined. Yeah. He hates me, guys. I don't hate you, Sakura. Alright, let's look through them again. Let me see if I can find one that I didn't read out. One about animals. One about gravity. Visibility. Shapeshifting. Healing. Time travel. Clairvoyance, teleportation, necromancy, shapeshifting, earthbending, yeah, morphing in anything like a cock, manipulating blood, healing, shapeshifting, the power to control, manipulate, consume, and use shadow magic. Frick, I did miss yours. Here we go. Here we go. Good that you pointed it out. I actually was gonna miss it. What the frick? Here we go. Alright, we got it, Sakura. It's okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll give you head pats. Pat, pat, pat. Okay. We're okay. I'm gonna read it. Hate me? What do you mean? Listen, it's easy to miss these because if you accidentally click more than once, or like I leave the tab for something and I think that I haven't clicked the next one yet. It happens. I'm not dumb. I'm smart. But smart people, sometimes they have their little accidents. It happens, you know. I'll forgive you if you give me a. Alright, I can give you a... I can give you a... You know, if that's what you want. You didn't finish your message. Alright. Yeah, don't leave, Sakura. We're gonna read it. Okay. Okay. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? I have so many powers I would love to have. But maybe being able to teleport... Wait, I fucking read that. But maybe being able to teleport, I would travel everywhere for free. Be on time and places for the first time in my life. Probably not even then. But it would just make life so much easier. Also, maybe controlling time, for the same reasons of not being late or skip moments I hate. Being able to turn invisible is also really useful, for gossiping can be helpful in many situations. Wish I could do that in those moments when I want the Earth to swallow me and spit me out on Jupiter. Controlling people's minds would also be cool. I don't care if it's toxic or manipulative behavior, that would make life easier. I wouldn't like to read people's minds. I would have a gift in reading people. I can read people so well, and actually knowing what goes inside their head would be disgusting and would make me lose faith in humanity if I still have it. But I would love to have powers like Wanda Maximoff from Marvel WandaVision. That'd be so cool, and I could even shape realities. I could even make Satoru my husband. So I guess Scarlet Witch's powers are my final answer. Written by Sakura. Right. Actually, teleportation would be really cool. You could go anywhere in the world, explore the world. It would be the ideal power for someone who just wants to go on cool adventures and see the world, you know? You don't need to pay for plane tickets. You don't need to spend money on that. You know? You don't need to, like, take time off from your work to, like, go on holidays. You know? You could just go there whenever you want, you know? But then the other thing is, you wouldn't need to work, because you could just teleport into a bank vault and get the money. It is very versatile. You could change your life. It would be very easy. It'd be great. But then, yeah, being able to manipulate in people's minds with, like, those powers. I haven't watched WandaVision, and I haven't gotten that far into the Marvel Cinematic Universe to know what, like, Wanda does. I know about her. I don't know much about her, though. So, but you sort of settled on that as your final answer. So I guess that's the more, you know, useful one in your mind. I don't know how much you can control people's minds, but yeah, controlling people's minds would be useful, because, like, you know, there's a lot you can do with that. And again, you could just live an easy life. Make people give you money. Make people do whatever you want, you know. It would be kind of unethical, though. You could argue, you know, brainwashing people and like, sabotaging, you know, taking away their autonomy and shit, but who cares about that? Who cares about people's autonomy? It's not important. What matters is that I am happy. What matters is that I am doing good. And I feel good. And I'm, you know, things are happy. You know? That's what matters at the end of the day. And I get to have power. Right? So I get you, Sakura. I understand. We're both birds of a feather. This makes sense. One second, let me go to a Tokyo grocery store real quick. Yeah. It's very suspect. Sarah, who lives in Ecuador, be in England without a plane and nothing. Yeah. Exactly. So, yeah. Who gives a shit? Who cares if it's... Oh, it's fucking weak-ass bitches be like, oh, that's immoral. Oh, that's wrong. Oh, please stop hitting me with a baseball bat. It's like, shut the fuck up. No one cares. I'm just gonna do what I want, okay? Yeah, that's how it be. If I could teleport, I'd get so much money, and I could live in Peachy's walls. Actually, perfect. Yeah. Oh. That would be a good way. Oh. A lot of these... You want to know something? A lot of these powers could be used in regards to living in Peachy's walls. A lot of these are good for like, Peachy-related reasons. The teleportation, you could live in Peachy's walls, sort of like be in her house whenever you want. The invisibility, you can sneak into her house. And, you know, and just be there. And, you know, and then there's, oh gosh, there's so many... These powers can all be applied that way. What's another one? The manipulation. You could make Peachy do whatever you want. Like giving you orange juice. And making her edit videos for you. That would be scandalous. Or... I don't know. Anyway. You talk to the rats living inside the walls to keep you company? Yeah. I just want to live in Peachy's walls. We could live anywhere, go from under Moxie's desk to hang out with Toy to Exhibit's bed with a plate of warm cookies. Hell yeah. You could live the dream life. You guys could pop into my bedroom whenever you want. We could chill. And do bedroom activities. Like eating cookies. And watching YouTube. And also sexual intercourse. Anyway, so yeah, teleportation, visibility, manipulation, shapeshifting, all useful. True. Very good. I go for the cookies. Yeah, cookies. Cookies are nice. Alright, so that actually is all of them now. And I've now checked them all. Oh, wait, someone just added a new one just now. Let's go check it. Alright, let's see. Yeah, alright. Your superpower, I want to force everyone to give me head pats, written by Weenus. Aww. Here you go, Weenus. Your head pats. Pat, 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 pat. Pat. Head pat. Here you go. Head pats are cool. Head pats are cool. Yeah. Okay, guys, so it would appear that's the last one. So, oh, no, someone's added another one. Your superpower. I want to force my plushies to be alive, written by Weenus. Why do you say force my plushies to be alive, as if they don't want to be alive? It's like, no, please, I don't want to live. I don't want to be alive. Kill me. But, no, that makes sense. You know? So you have an attachment to your plushies and you want them to be alive and real and stuff. But then, this is similar to the animal situation where it's like, if your plushies came to life, would you still like them? Because part of why you like the plushies is because you can just project whatever personality you want onto them. Because they're not talking, you just kind of like cuddle them and you like them because they have no personality. You like them because they're not alive. That's why you have plushies in your bed instead of people in your bed. Well, I mean, because there's other reasons why you might not have people in your bed. But it's the reason why you might like a plushie in a certain situation as opposed to having just a person, you know? Or an animal or something. If they were alive, that kind of defeat the point of them being plushies, you know? Because we like plushies because they're quiet. So they don't talk. If they did talk, bro, imagine your fucking plushie tells you, you know, what's another fucked up weird thing? Imagine your plushie tells you that he's been on the weird subreddits that I mentioned earlier this stream. Wouldn't that just be traumatizing? Like, you couldn't look at him the same way. So, like, that's what you're working with here. It's better when they don't talk, because then they can be whatever you want. If they come alive, then they become living creatures with flaws, like the rest of us. And you might not like them anymore. Do body pillows count as plushies? I don't know. That's a good question. Told you to shush about the Reddit thing. Oh gosh, yeah, I would want my body pillow to be alive. What if it came alive and it didn't like you, right? That's the thing, that once they become people, they have their own thoughts and feelings. And they might not be the thoughts and feelings you want. Want them to be pets and make no noise but move. That would be kind of cool, actually. They're just like animals. I need more body pillows if they do count as plushies becoming alive. Build that body pillow harem, because that could be kind of cool. As long as they do like you. If they're, like, programmed to like you. Why would it not like me? I suppose you could, like, manipulate them into, like... Because, like, if you're the first human that they ever see, and, like, they're reliant on you as, like, their only point of contact to the social world, then, like, yeah, you could kind of, like, you could kind of like groom it into liking you. Because like you're the only person it's ever known. And so like, yeah, and it's like so reliant on you like emotionally and physically that it just has to be in a relationship with you, and it like grows an attachment to you because like, you know, you're the only person there and you're the only one able to provide for it emotionally. Then yeah, sure, I guess it would like you. There's no laws against the pillows officer, bruh. Alright, someone added an extra one. Superpower, I want to make the body pillow talk. I wonder. The Brony's white body pillow better love me. Yeah. Oddly specific exhibit. Sounds like something you do daily. Shh. 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 That's actually the origin story for Peachy. She was created in a lab, and I was her first social contact, and then I manipulated her into being my undying fan, and then I turned her into a VTuber, and now she is out there. So it called me ugly? I didn't call you ugly, what the heck? What the heck? I didn't do that, don't leave. Plushies have seen me poking and proving them. I'm worried if they view me as God who decides who goes and stays in my room and who gets thrown into the donation bin. I actually believe that exhibit. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's like if you become someone's like only sort of social contact, or not even necessarily the only one, but like the first one, and there's totally socially reliant on you, and emotionally reliant on you, and physically reliant on you, that's actually a really good way to have someone be in love with you. Because like they don't know any better. You know? You control how they feel, you can guide them towards feeling the right things and make them feel how you want them to feel. So pro tip, if you want a girlfriend or a boyfriend, that's what you should do. That's my advice. Because I said, haven't you seen how hot I am? And you said that he would only love me if I manipulate them? Right, but like, they're not gonna only... Even if you're hot, not everyone only needs that to fall in love with someone. Right? You know? You know? I've known people who are hot that I haven't fallen in love with. You know? No, Sakura. Alright, guys. I think that's going to be the end of stream. This has been fun. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for coming to my streams, for coming to this one. Thanks for submitting your questions, or answers, I mean. And without further ado, I will see you in the next stream. Bye-bye!